What's up, guys? In this video, I am going over a couple stories about how much the executives in Celsius, Alex, Daniel, Nuke, Krissy, how much crypto they actually have in their accounts right now per the schedules that just came out. First, I want to talk about this story that came out on Coindesk talking about Celsius's top execs cashed out $17 million in crypto before bankruptcy. So we already heard that Alex withdrew about $10 million in crypto in May. Daniel Leon withdrew about $7 million and an additional $4 million worth of sell denoted as collateral just at the end of May. And we saw that Nuke Goldstein, the CTO, took out around $500,000 towards the end of May or so. But a related party of Nuke, Bits of Sunshine, withdrew a combined $5.7 million of sell in May. So I was going through this entire massive document highlighting every single withdrawal. But what is very confusing and what got a lot of people confused, because even though it says withdrawal inside of this document, which I'll show you, it also says withdrawals can be just moving coins between a single user's account. So they made it almost impossible to really tell what a withdrawal really is. So for example, here you can see this is for Alex's account. There were a couple withdrawals May 15th, and there was one for $1.7 million, $900,000, $186,000. Another party to Alex Mashinsky called Koala One. You can see if you scroll down here, there were some withdrawals end of May for $1.9 million and $1.5 million. For Krissy, if you scroll down here, end of May, May 31st, there was an outgoing withdrawal for $2 million. Daniel Leon, if you scroll down here, there were a lot of outgoing withdrawals, $18 million in April 13th, $2 million April 14th, and then heading towards the end of May, we had a withdrawal for $3.8 million, $2.3 million, and $423,000. So now for Nuke Goldstein, there were a lot of withdrawals, but again, it is confusing exactly what those withdrawals were. Just because it says an outgoing withdrawal doesn't mean it left his account, and that's why Coindesk actually had to redact their previous article. I think they said they cashed out $57 million, and then Nuke came on Twitter and said, actually, that's not how you should calculate it. It's actually a lot less. So it's a little bit confusing, but you can see there was a withdrawal here of $1.3 million from Nuke, and then April, another one for $44,000, and then in May, $500,000, $600,000, and then end of May, you can see some massive withdrawals for $3.3 million, $1 million, $1 million, etc. So it's a little bit confusing again, because some people are saying, well, it's actually not how it works. Even though it says withdrawals, you actually don't know if it's an actual withdrawal or not. So I highlighted other accounts of Nuke Goldstein talking about what he withdrew. Ultimately, though, the examiner will look into all this stuff. None of this stuff really matters for us. But what I did want to cover are a couple just exorbitant wages. So Aslihan, Chief Operating Officer, had a sign-on bonus May 10th of this year. So they already knew they were insolvent. My guess, May 10th, they already knew that they were going to go through Chapter 11. $2.5 million as a sign-on freaking bonus. Next, the CFO had a bonus of $50,000, but get this, it was June 17th. That is, I think, after they froze withdrawals, right? So he had a bonus after they actually froze withdrawals. I mean, this stuff is crazy. Now, a crazy one here is Tushar. Now, I met him in Vegas when Celsius had their meetup in November of last year, and he was only here from basically November to when they shut down in July or so. And he came on, and he was getting paid $50,000 plus. And I don't even know what he did. He came on to maybe save the company. Clearly that didn't work. And it's just crazy that he jumped on here with a $500,000 paycheck and the company knew they were in trouble. It's just something I wanted to note because it's just very interesting. So now I did a little bit of digging. I want to show what Alex, what Krissy, what Daniel, and what Nuke have in their accounts right now. Alexander Mashinsky, you scroll over here, he has like 0 Bitcoin. He has a lot of Cell token, and the rest is basically worthless. He has $636 of stablecoins and like basically nothing else other than Cell token. So that is frustrating. And again, I'm trying not to let my emotions get ahead of me, but the entire time he was saying, my money's there with you, et cetera, you know, put more money in. and he doesn't have anything in there right now. All he has is some sell token, which I don't know why he kept in there. Maybe because he wanted to have a little bit with the creditors because he didn't want to seem like he cashed out everything. Also why he probably is in support of the sell short squeeze, right? Because he still has some sell. Anyway, heading to Krissy, his wife, well, look at this. Basically cashed out. There's nothing. No Bitcoin. Now, again, there could be some corporate accounts that each of these people have that I'm not touching on, but these are just their personal accounts. So this is not the totality of everything, because I'm sure they had some corporations that maybe they had extra money in. So Danny Leon, looking over here, he has 17,000 ADA and 20 ETH. And that's basically it. And this was a guy who was getting, I think, 150,000 sell token every year, or they had some huge bonus. He's a co-founder and he was making a ton of money. So the fact that he has this little is very telling. And finally, Nuke Goldstein. And again, he probably has corporate accounts as well, but just his personal accounts here, he has 2 Bitcoin, 13,000 sell, and scrolling down here, 26 ETH. So for normal people, this would be a lot of money. 2 Bitcoin and 26 ETH. I mean, that's a lot for the average Joe, but it doesn't seem like that much for one of the co-founders. And before I end this video, I just want to touch on this nice screenshot. This is not from me, but this is from somebody else. June 11th, I think this is like a few days or a day or two before they froze withdrawals. Somebody asked, "Hi, my savings are on Celsius. Should I be worried with all the FUD? Honest answer, please. Appreciated." Alex says, "We have plenty of liquidity, and anyone who needs their coins can get them the same day. The storm will pass soon." The person says, "Thank you." And then 2 days later, "I asked you to give me an honest answer. Why are things paused now?" And this is what people are really pissed off about. This is a tweet from Simon Dixon. "Do good, pretend you invest $18 million in sell ICO and dump it on the community after using the community's Bitcoin to pump the price." That was claimed by Vermont, basically taking the community's Bitcoin, using that to pump the price of sell. "Then do well," meaning withdraw all your Bitcoin and ETH before exit scamming the community, but leave some sell on the app so you can say you are a fellow creditor. And again, going back to here for Alex, he did leave his sell or some of the sell on the app. This looks like $1.2 million worth of sell token inside of this account. And let's take a look at this little clip from Digital Asset News. I believe this was early 2021, so this was a while ago, but let's just take a look.
I have over $100 million personally in the Celsius wallet. Sitting next to, if you have money with us, it's sitting next to your money. If you have BTC, it's sitting right next to my BTC. You have USDC, it's sitting right next to my USDC. So
sorry for playing that. I know it is traumatic at this point, honestly, to hear this kind of shit, but this is what we heard every single week, and this is what I reported on every single week. If you do not know about my history, I've been making Celsius recap videos for, I believe, 2 years. Every single week, I was recapping what Alex was saying, and looking back on it, most of it was completely BS, complete crap. He withdrew essentially all of his money, or most of his money, during the times when he knew the company was going down. And again, the examiner is going to examine the hell out of this, and I'm happy about it. There should be insider clawbacks. This is not right. So guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to share this information with you guys. It is all right to be very frustrated and mad and pissed, because what we're seeing and what we saw is the insiders took most, if not all, of their money off of the platform and left you, the creditor, holding the bag, right? We're the ones that did not know the ship was going to go down. We don't know what percent we're going to get back, and the insiders took all their money off. So an insider clawback is something that I highly support. I do not support a retail clawback, because retail people without insider information were just withdrawing normally. But the insiders that really knew what was going on, beginning to take their crypto out in March, April, May, those should be scrutinized. And I want to end the video with this. The only thing I care about, again, is getting a plan together with the UCC, with Simon Dixon, and getting some sort of equity in the future of Celsius, getting a chance to be made whole. Now, there was a Twitter Spaces yesterday that the UCC came on and talked with Alex, actually told Alex, hey, we actually need licenses to take our money off. That's a whole different topic. Basically, he shut Alex down. But the point of it was the UCC said, if we want a plan to get our money off, we need to work together. And Simon has been tweeting about that a lot. So if you're not following Simon Dixon on Twitter, make sure to do so. And he is trying to work with other people inside of the Celsius community to figure out a plan not to just sell all of our assets to FTX, for example, kind of like what happened with Voyager. Celsius has mining. Celsius has GK8. They have things that may be very profitable 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, and we're trying to figure out a way to get equity off, meaning get some money back to us, because a lot of us are in dire straits, and also take part in the future potential upside of a company that Celsius owns, like the mining. So that's where I'm focused right now. This video is a little bit of drama, but really, that's what I care about, and that's what I am focused on. All of this stuff with the withdrawals will be taken care of by the examiner and the legal departments. I don't really care about this. What I really care about is focusing, keeping focused on figuring out a way to get out of this, and get out of this as whole as possible, and get our money back as quickly as possible. So I'll be making more videos about that in the future, about the plans that people have. All right, guys, talk to you later, and bye for now.